Hello gamers and 90 kids alike. This is just going to be a little gaming 101 kind of thing. Now, before I begin, I would love to mention that if you're a fan of my channel and or someone who got suggested this channel, I wouldn't mind getting criticized or whatever, so sorry for that little pause, but I wouldn't mind. And if I get any information wrong, let me know in a polite way. Now, let's start off with the Game Boy / Game Boy Colors, which I went actually I researched it but lost the paper, so kind of lost the information, but I believe the original gray Game Boy was about 1989, along with some classic games like Tetris, I believe. Throughout the 90s, there were quite a few handful of games. And one of those games, which became the biggest series in the modern world, is Pokemon. And I have almost a complete set of Gen 1 and 2 games. The only game I'm missing that is US released would be Pokemon Yellow. Now, let's start with the original two games, Pokemon Red and Green. Now, these two that I have, they both save. And I just got the Pokemon Green in today. Now, they were released with, I believe, the anime and manga in Japan in 1995-ish. Not 100% sure on it because I lost the piece of paper. But after a while, because of, I believe, of Pokemon Green, in 1996, they released Pokemon Yellow, or not Yellow, Blue. Which then, by 1998, Japan released Pokemon Yellow, which by 1998, the US got their copies, but red and blue instead of red and green. Which I'll bring up the remakes in a little bit. Now, I believe in that same year, in 1999, we got Yellow. Again, the red and blue I have right now, English, they do save. And I'll let you know which games save and which do not, and sooner or later I'll somehow find a way to get those games save batteries replaced. So anyways, in the manga for Japan, the main characters were red and green, with the female in the manga being blue. But when the manga came to the States years later, that changed with the two side characters swapping names. The rival being blue and the female being green. But never changed for Yellow though. So, and the anime didn't really match up to the games and or manga, so let's let's continue on to Gen 2. From the 1999 released Gold and Silver. Mind you, this Japan import, Silver doesn't save. With the 2000 released Crystal for Japan import, which does not save. Which, mind you, the blue and yellow, if I forgot to mention, the Japan imports do save. I've actually played a little bit of the green earlier when I got it. Because, anyways, let's continue. Now, by 2000, the US got Gold and Silver. And then 2001, Crystal. Mind you, the US released games do save. Because Silver I just got today and saves. So, but now let's go to remakes. And in this video, I'm not counting the Omega Ruby or Alpha Sapphire as part of this video. Now, but I am counting the remakes from Gen 3 and 4. Because in Gen 3 was the Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald series, where the remakes was Fire Red and Leaf Green. But the US never got the official green release, so I personally wondered kind of, well, not really why, but kind of see why they did it, because the US never had a chance to play the Pokemon Green. Which brings us to the Gen either 4 or 5. Making sure, if it was Gen 4, okay. But if not, my bad. Which were Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Now, there's some remakes I wouldn't mind having. Like, I wouldn't have minded to have either Aqua Blue, Thunder Yellow, or a Crystal Heart remakes for Gen 1 and or 2. So, but up till recent, and most people have seen my game review speedrun, which I'll mention that they all state to play the US released games. Now, I haven't personally seen I don't believe a blue run. Actually, I've seen red and blue run-throughs, but not silver. But sorry for that pause. I'm deep in thought, but I wouldn't mind seeing someone do a speedrun of the Japan import games. red, green, blue, or yellow for Gen 1, or gold, silver, or crystal. And mind you, I have played the remakes, the gold and silver remakes that they came out a few years back before black and white, which they were the, again, a little known fact that Pokemon Stadium, well, besides Black 2 and White 2, Pokemon Stadium and Pokemon Stadium 2 are the only other games in the Pokemon secondary gaming that has a sequel. Now, with Ruby and Sapphire, they got Emerald. With, I know I'm jumbling around and whatnot, Red and Blue, well, unless you are going for the original, Red, Green, Blue, and then Yellow, the Pikachu edition, and then Red, Blue, and Yellow if I had one. Which I know where I would get one or two at least, either from DK Oldies or Amazon, depending on who's selling one. And then you had Gold and Silver with the Crystal Edition. Then, I know I'm kind of repeating, but Emerald, or Ruby and Sapphire with Emerald. Diamond and Pearl with Platinum. Black and White with their sequel of Black 2 and White 2. But with the remakes would be, for the Gen 3 gaming, it would be Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Fire Red, and Leaf Green. And then Gen 4 being either Gen 4 being Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, and then Heart Gold and Soul Silver with Black, White, and Black 2 and White 2. And then you have the X and Y with the remakes of Ruby and Sapphire being Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, which sooner or later I'll do a future video on it, so hope you guys enjoy. And if you have any information that I might have missed, and I know this video has been cruddy, but if there's any information I've missed, please let me know. Like and subscribe if you really want to see more videos. Thanks, and good. See you next time.